It's the IHSAA State Dual Team Wrestling Tournament on 104.9 KLMJ and radio on the go on YouTube. John Moenkel and Colt Powers with you here for the third place duel in Class 2A between Clarion-Goldfield-Dows and Independence. And we are underway. It's Cole Wibholm of the Cowboys and Curran Meyer of the Mustangs. And a takedown right out of the chute here for Wibholm. Getting started a little bit earlier here tonight, and we'll head back to the center. And Colt, this is an opportunity for Clarion-Goldfield-Dows to, still kind of make something of this tournament. It was a team that had a very good chance to place highly, and honestly falling short of their goals here today. But you might as well go out and wrestle and still place as high as you can.
Absolutely, and these kids, I think Coach Yoder has a good mindset about it, and trying to keep their attitudes and stuff in check and keep their spirits up. Yes, it's disappointing that you're not going for that championship. I know that's your goal, and it's too bad that we didn't get there, but we still have an opportunity to get that third place. So let's go out there, let's wrestle hard, and let's make something happen out of it here. And it's good to have those goals, but sometimes it happens. So you call an audible, and we go again.
The Cowboys defeated Algona in the opener, but fell to Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont in the semifinal to get to this third place duel. So 4-3 lead here for Meyer of Independence over Wibholm of CGD right out of the chute here in the first period.
We got 30 seconds left here in this first period, and we had an escape, and we had a takedown there from Meyer. Right now, Wibholm, he's trying not, I don't know exactly what he's trying to do, but he's trying not to get stuck here, as Meyer almost looks like he's going for a spladle right now as the seconds tick down. He almost had Wibholm in a spladle there, which that's not the way you want to go out here in this opening matchup.
Yeah. All right, to the second period we go with Wibholm trailing 4-3 here at 106 pounds.
Both boys on their feet as we start in a neutral position here. Wibholm with a nice shot there. Taking a shot in. Meyer holding tight to that waist, and Wibholm's going to get the takedown. 6-4, Wibholm behind. Meyer trying to stand up, sitting out to his right there. Wibholm holding on tight, not letting him up. The boys are not moving at the moment. They are just sitting in place here. We're down to a minute 20, and we got a stalemate going back to the center of the mat.
So Independence is the 5 seed. They opened with a 35-29 win over West Delaware. And then the semifinal, they fell 43-25 to top seeded Decorah. Them and Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont are going for the title right now.
All right. Going to get this started again here. Wibholm trying to hold him down. Looking for a cradle. Driving him over as Meyer tries to stand up. Now Wibholm's got Meyer flat in the back out here. Meyer building the base up. Building up his base, trying to take a step as Wibholm takes him back down to the mat. 40 seconds left here in the second period. Still 6-4 in favor of Wibholm. Meyer trying to stand up. Wibholm with nice tight waist, bringing him back down to the mat. 27 seconds remaining. Wibholm doing a nice job keeping him flat on the mat. Moving off to the side. Looks like he's trying to go for a half. Meyer almost crawling here as they approach the side of the mat. We're going to get a caution warning, it looks like. We're going back to the center of the mat here. Meyer on the bottom, Wibholm on top. 13 seconds. Meyer flat on the mat. Wibholm pretty much going to hold him down here as we tick down to the end of the second. Choice is going to go to Meyer here. And he's going to take the bottom position.
All right, so 6-4 in favor of Wibholm as we start the third period here in this first match of this third place duel.
And we got a caution.
After tonight, teams will turn their attention to next week's individual state qualifying meets. Clarion-Goldfield-Dows will be at Webster City.
All right, here we go. Meyer trying to sit up and out right off the bat. Wibholm bringing him back down, flattening him out. Wibholm jumping off to the right here. Looks like he's trying to go for a half. Jumping over to the left. He's jumping back and forth here, trying not to get another caution here. Now, stall call. We're going to go outside the mat here as Meyer tries to sit out. We're going to go onto the out of bounds. Going to go back to the center of the mat here. Meyer still on the bottom. Wibholm top cover with 1:28 left here in the third period. Wibholm still leads 6-4. Meyer trying to sit out. Wibholm bringing him back, rolling him backwards here as he brings him back flat to the mat. Wibholm trying to get a hold of an arm. Looks like he's trying to bring it back for an arm bar. Meyer trying to stand up. Wibholm getting back on that tight waist, bringing him back down. They're back on the edge, about to go out of bounds here. 52 seconds remaining. And we're going to get a stall call, it looks like, on Wibholm. Meyer's been awarded a point.
The 3A championship is already up to 126, and Southeast Polk leads Indianola 11-6 in that one.
And Southeast Polk is former coach Patrick Hansen for a lot of you Hamptonites. Coach Hansen looking for that ring, that championship. Getting restarted here, 40 seconds remain here in the third period. Wibholm still on top, and we're going to get potentially dangerous here. Going back to the center of the mat. Meyer still on the bottom. Wibholm, top cover. Here we go, 30 seconds remaining here in the third period. Wibholm still leads 6-5. Ooh, nice sit out by Meyer. He's trying to get that reversal. It's almost a switch if he can get around, and he's got the two. He's got the switch. Now he leads 7-6 with 13 seconds. Wibholm trying to get a reversal. If he can get up and get control, he's only got 5 seconds to make something happen. And he does.
They gave it to him.
He does. Holy cow, 1 second left. It's 8-7. Wibholm just gets it by the skin of his rear end there. Holy cow.
All right, so CGD strikes first. They'll take a 3-0 lead here in this duel against Independence, going for third place here in Class 2A. Move up to 113 next. In the Class 1A championship duel, it's Don Bosco leading Jessup 5-0. And a tech fall in the opener. Moving up to 113 here. Estuardo Lopez, Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. Going to take on Landon Allen of Independence.
Lopez gets a takedown right off the bat here. Coming out swinging. He's going to let Allen up. So we've got 3-1 in favor of Lopez. Allen trying to take a shot. Lopez able to hold him off, sprawling back. Now Lopez in on a double leg, and he takes him down to the mat, getting 3. 6-1 in favor of Lopez. Allen working on trying to sit out. Lopez holding on tight. Lopez on top. Looks like he's turned towards his coaches, trying to get some coaching here. He's going to let him up, so we got an escape, 6-2. Lopez in on another shot, single leg. Fireman's carry over. And he's going to hook the arm. And now Allen's in trouble. And we got a pinfall from Lopez.
Clarion-Goldfield-Dows off to a 9-0 start here against Independence. Coming out with a vengeance here in this third place duel.
Yoder must have had a heck of a speech to get them riled back up again.
He always does, doesn't he?
I like Yoder. He's good stuff.
All right, to 120 we go. See if CGD can continue this momentum here. Let's see who they send out. Verdenius? Yes, he'll take on Benjamin Anderson.
All right, so Paxton Redenius from CGD taking on Benjamin Anderson from Independence. So Redenius and Anderson, here we go. 120-pound matchup is underway. Boys are going to lock up.
It'll be interesting to see too if the teams decide to, switch some things around in their lineup here as well. Especially if it gets clinched. In a third place duel, not really as much to lose in this one compared to, if you were wrestling for first place.
Oh,
so,
yeah. A little hand fighting going on. Boys get locked up here. Like I said, just a little bit of hand fighting, not a whole lot that they're doing right now. The clock's down to 1:10. All right, now we're going to lock up here. And we're going to go back to some hand fighting.
And Decorah got a major decision against Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont, so a 4-0 lead for them as they go to 113 in the first place duel.
And Southeast Polk looks like they've gone up to 17-6 if you want to keep track of Coach Hansen and Southeast Polk. The Rams.
Yes, sir.
And let's see here. We got Redenius in on a shot. Trying to work around. Oh, we're going to go potentially dangerous there. As Redenius had Anderson in a waterfall.
And that's a penalty point to Redenius.
All right.
So a 1-0 lead for him.
We're going to get restarted here. 25 seconds left in the first period. Boys are just locked up right now. Got some hand fighting. Anderson looked like he was going to try and go in on a shot. Redenius blocking that. Now they're just locked up. 3, 2, 1. We're going to end the first period 1-0 in favor of Redenius. And Redenius is going to take the bottom position. Anderson, top cover. And here we go on the second period. Redenius trying to sit out. Anderson bringing him that back down there. Nice tight waist. Moving up, looking for a cradle. Redenius moving, getting up to his knees. Anderson trying to flatten him out now. Anderson's a little bit high there as Redenius trying to, looks like he's trying to bring him back up over to the top. Anderson's got a hold of Redenius' ankle as well there, looks like, and we're going to get a stalemate.
Again, yeah.
Fairly evenly matched here, these boys.
Yeah.
Redenius is back on the bottom in the center of the mat.
No points other than a penalty back in the first period.
Yeah.
It went to Redenius, so.
All right, here we go again. 1:10 here in the second period. Redenius trying to step up as he brings that knee up. Anderson looked like he's trying to go for a cradle again. Redenius holding on to that right arm, trying to bring it down to the mat so he can get stood up, and he's going to stand. Can Anderson keep him back down? And he's not. He's going to cut away. Redenius is free, 2-0 in favor of Redenius from CGD. Back to the hand fighting. Getting some decent head position here.
Yeah.
Neither one with the advantage. They're both, like I said, I feel like they're pretty evenly matched. Locking up. Collar tie. Redenius in on a shot. Sliding Anderson over to the right. If he can get around, he's got his 3. Now 5-0 in favor of Redenius as he swings around to the backside here, getting a nice tight waist on Anderson. He's got Anderson flattened out. And we end the second period 5-0.
Meanwhile, Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont has taken a 6-4 lead over Decorah. Just got a pin at 113 as they go to 120 in the 2A championship duel. And we start the third period, the third period here with Redenius
on top.
You betcha, low-scoring battle. He's up 5-0.
All right. Anderson's on the bottom. Must have thought he was going to get a quick escape. He's not. Redenius is going to keep him down. He's going to roll through. Anderson rolls through to get the escape. Nice roll forward to get out of that. Nice job to Anderson. So he's got a point up on the board here. 1:35. Got some hand fighting there. Anderson trying to go for a single, it looked like. High crotch. Gonna lock up again here at 1:20. Taking a look over at Southeast Polk. They've moved to 22-6 with another win on theirs. If you want to keep track of Coach Hansen there. And it looks like we're down. We're
totally out of view from us.
Yep, we're out of view. So they're going to call stalemate here at 59 seconds. Still 5-1. Redenius leads. And we're going to get restarted here in the third period. Boys are locking up.
Another pin for Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont. They lead Decorah 12-4. The Rockets looking to take charge here early in the championship duel.
Down to 35 seconds here. Redenius and Anderson are locked up, and slowly it looks like Redenius is getting an advantage here as he's trying to get swung around on the top side here. And we're going to get stalemate again, 18 seconds in the third period.
There's been a bunch of those in this match, hasn't there?
There has.
Holy
like
cow.
I said, these boys seem very evenly matched up. Mirror images almost of each other. We're getting time for a little desperation there out of Anderson. Coming out with a headlock. Head and arm trying to take him over. Redenius ducks through that. Gets another 3. 8-1 as the clock ticks down to 3, 2, 1. Redenius with an 8-1 victory.
All right, that'll increase CGD's lead to 12-0 here in the duel as we move up to 126. Should be Adrian Petzenpon against top-ranked Adam Carey of Independence here at 126 pounds.
This should be a good matchup.
Yeah, Petzenpon ranked number 4 at this weight class. 1 versus 4.
Petzenpong's ranked 4?
Yes.
Really? Only 4, okay. All right,
Could
here
be
we
the
go.
match of the night here in this particular duel.
Yeah. And also, just so everybody knows, Southeast Polk with Coach Hansen's moved up 28-6. Looks like Coach Hansen at this rate, he might get himself that ring.
Yeah, they're already up to 144.
Yeah, they're moving right along. All right.
In the 1A championship, Don Bosco leads Jessup 9-0.
No real action between Petzenpong and Carey. Down to 1:25. Neither one has the advantage. Neither one's really taken a shot or anything yet. A little hand fighting, measuring each other up, looking for those weaknesses, seeing where they can jump in here and take advantage. There, Petsipong goes for a shot, doesn't get anything out of it. A little bit overextended. I think that was, I think his shot was a little far away there. We're now under a minute. Petsipong goes in on a single leg there, moving to a double. Carey sprawling back hard there. Petsipong going back to the single, trying to bring him in. Carey pushing back hard. Petsipong got a hold of that left leg, trying to bring him in. He's got him up to a waterfall. We've got 25 seconds left. Petsipong sitting down, trying to bring Carey over the top so he can get around. And it's just a flurry of them rolling around right now, trying to get the advantage between the two. Down to 5 seconds. They're on the edge of the mat, still no score. And we're going to end the first period scoreless as they roll around trying to get the advantage. Decision goes to Carey. He's going to defer over to Petsipong. And it looks like we got some blood time from Petsipong.
All right, some of the other scores here in this final session of the night. In the 1A third place duel, Hinton leads Lake Mills 6-4. And in third place in Class 3A, Dowell and Catholic leads Waukee Northwest 12-6. All right, so the blood time continues here. Now they cut it at 4:37. As they got to stop here on Petsipong.
Taking a look over at the Rams real quick here. They still lead 28-6. For all you Bulldog fans of former head wrestling coach Hansen. All right, we're going to get this match back underway with Petsipong on the bottom. Carey on the top. Petsipong looking to get up here and get his escape. If he can work his way around here. Trying to get cut away. Carey's going to bring him back down to the mat. Petsipong quad potting up. And he's going to get around and he's going to get out. There we go. He's got his one. Minute 32 here in your second period. Petsipong, Adrian Petsipong of CGD and Adam Carey of Independence. Down to a minute 15. The boys just kind of stalking each other right now.
Yeah, this duel's battle of place winners from last year. Independence was 5th and CGD was 3rd. So the Mustangs have a chance to move up. Well, they will regardless of the results, whether they place 3rd or 4th. But nevertheless, a program on the rise, if you will.
Absolutely. Taking a quick look over, it looks like Southeast Polk Rams took another victory there. It's 33-6. As gonna take, and Carey is now gonna get a takedown as he gets a little duck under action on Petsipong there. So it's now 3-1 in favor of Carey. We're down to 26 seconds here in the second period. That's the first major action really of this period. Petsipong working to stand up again. Down to 15.
We got the Jessup fans going crazy here.
It is loud in this arena.
Fired up. Looks like they got a major decision to cut it down to within 9-4 of Don Bosco. That's in the 1A championship.
All right. Going to go into the third period here. Carey is going to choose bottom. He leads 3-1 over Adrian Petsipong of CGD. All right. Carey down. Petsipong top cover. And here we go. Third period.
And this is the type of match here that you would see in the traditional tournament, probably in the later rounds. You know, the rankings, if those were applied to the state tournament, this would be a semifinal match. At least if everything went chalk. which it never does, but if it did.
But if it did.
Yeah.
Down to 1:35. Petzenpong has got him. Carey still flattened out here on the mat. Carey working to build that base up. I'm not sure of Adrian's strategy here because he's either got to get him tilted and get some back points. Nope, he's got it there. He looked over to his coaches and they said, let him up. So it's now 4-1. Now Adrian's going to have to get a takedown to at least tie this up. He's going to have to be aggressive here. We're down to a minute. We're going to start looking for a little desperation here in the third period. Down to 50 seconds as Petzenpong takes a shot. Not going to get anything out of it. Carey is very good at sprawling back. There goes Petzenpong again. He's got that single leg in. Petzenpong working around. We're down to 35 seconds. Petzenpong working hard here, not getting anything, as now Carey has got Petzenpong's left leg in a single. We're down to 20. Petzenpong, we're going to call it a stalemate here and go back to the center of the mat. It's 4-1 in favor of Carey. 20 seconds. Adrian's got to make something happen. Adrian going for a shot again. Down to 10, shooting again. Shooting again. Carey is very good, and we're getting a stall warning on Carey. 3, 2, 1. Carey is going to hold on over Adrian Petzenpong.
And Independence gets its first win of this duel. It is 12-3 in favor of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. All right, that will move us up to, hold on a second. That'll move us up to 132, where we should see Lyndon Petzenpong come out.
And I think so. There's blonde hair anyway, I see.
Yeah. They all kind of bleached their hair here for this tournament, it looks like. At least most of them did for CGD.
It's a blondish orange.
Yeah.
I think he's normally got pretty dark hair, so trying to get it bleach blonde is pretty difficult.
Yeah. His opponent is Finn Crawford of Independence.
All right, so now we got Lyndon Petzenpong here. He's got a takedown, and he looks to end this early as he's got Crawford in a cradle. Crawford trying to kick out. He gets over to his belly. Going for the cradle again, turning him over. We're getting a 3. We've got holding 3 now. And he's going to let it go. All right, so we've got 6-0 in favor of Lyndon Petzenpong. We're going for a tilt again from Lyndon. Not going to get anything. Crawford so far pretty good at kicking and rolling through. Well, crowd's going nuts over there again. That's a lot of orange over there.
Yeah.
Looks like a hunting club.
The Jessup faithful.
We're down to 46 seconds. Lyndon trying to get another tilt out of it, but Crawford is really good at trying to kick and roll through this. Down to 30. Lyndon holding on right now with a tight waist. Crawford isn't really going too far, but he can sure roll out of those tilts.
Yeah, and Petzenpong was close to having a pin within like the first 30 seconds.
Oh, he's got a nice arm bar. Petzenpong's got a nice arm bar, taking him over. Nice big step over, and Crawford is in trouble, and he gets the pinfall. Lyndon Petzenpong with the pinfall. 5 seconds left here in the first period.
All right, so CGD increases its lead to 8-3. Now we move up to 138. As the Cowboys have certainly responded well to the disappointment from earlier in the day, falling in the semifinal match.
Absolutely.
It'll be Ryan Hartwig taking on Sawyer Weiland of Independence.
Hartwig and Weiland, here we go.
And this guy is ranked number 7 in 2A at 144, dropping down to 138.
Oh, Hartland, nice single, bringing him up over his shoulder and taking him down. Hartwig, nice job there, getting his 3 right off the bat. Weiland is now on the bottom as Hartwig working a tilt. He's not quite in a good position for it. Weiland rolling right on through there, back to his belly. They are on the edge of the mat, or they are out. Gonna go back to the center of the mat. Hartwig leads 3-0.
All right, 24 seconds left here in the first period.
Minute 24.
Oh yeah, minute 24, there it is.
And here we go. Weiland spinning around a little bit there on the mat, trying to get away. Hartwig doing a nice job of following right behind him. Looks like a backpack drill. Hartwig's the backpack. They're just holding on, not letting Weiland go anywhere. Weiland tries to stand up. Hartwig rolling. Now we're going to get some back points. Now we got some near fall here.
Holding 4, and
there we go. 7-0, favor Hartwig. Nice job by Hartwig following through on that. And then being able to get a nice little tilt out of it. Hartwig still keeping him down. Weiland's pretty flat on the mat there, trying to get something to happen. Hartwig digging in, looking for a half. Weiland still holding. We're down to 10 seconds here in the first period. And we're going to go with another tilt. Oh, it is enough to get some points. Very nice. 3, 2, 1. First period ends. And it's going to be 10-0 in favor of Hartwig.
Meanwhile, Southeast Polk increases its lead to 36-6 in the 3A championship. Rams are rolling right now. Back to action here in the second period for Hartwig, a 10-0 lead. Independence and Clarion-Goldfield-Dows here going for 3rd place in Class 2A.
Hartwig on the bottom, trying to get up and out, trying to sit out. Weiland's got his leg wrapped around Hartland's. It looks like he's trying to have a tight waist. Hartland working on standing up here. There, he's going to try and sit out. Now he's up to his feet. Weiland can't quite hold on. Trying to bring him back down there as Hartland's into a quad pod, trying to stand up. And they're going to go out of bounds. Minute 18 left. Hartland still leads 10-0. Hartwig, sorry. Hartwig, my bad.
All right. So a takedown, 4 near fall, then 3 near fall for Hartwig so far.
Here we go.
All those in the first period.
Weiland's got Hartwig now pretty flat on the mat here, as he looks like he's trying to get a tilt. He's got a hold of the elbow. Oh, gonna let that go, going for a crossface, trying to bring him to a cradle, which I think Hartwig's a little too strong for that. Hartwig building that base up, quad podding up. Nope, not gonna happen. Weiland, oh, Hartwig, nice roll through into a reversal. Nice job to Hartwig.
Smooth.
That was smooth as a baby's bottom. 12-0 right now. 15 seconds left. Hartwig leads. He is on the top. He's trying to work a cradle here. Down to 5. And we're going to finish off second period. 12-0 so far in favor of Hartwig. That was a really nice roll through there into a reversal. That was really nice. And let's see, Hartwig's going to choose top position here. Going into the third period, 12-0.
Chance to get some near fall here and finish this off possibly with a tech fall.
Hartwig working on grabbing an arm here. As he very briefly let Weiland up to get his escape and then took him right back down to the mat with a nice little single leg. It's now 15-1. Minute 20 left here in the third period.
They got a really good match going on in the 2A championship right now between Decorah and EBF. Holy cow. But right now it's the Rockets leading at 19-4. So they took care of business against CGD, now looking to finish the job against the top-seeded Vikings. What a story that would be for them, picking up a couple upsets on their way to the title if they are able to finish it off.
Absolutely. We are trying, Hartwig is trying to get that tilt in there.
He's got a 15-1 lead.
Looking back to his coaches for a little advice, and he's going to just throw an arm in there and get a half in. Now he's looking for that pinfall.
But they stopped the match.
They stopped it because tech fall because he was able to roll through. So we have Hartwig winning 18-1 with 31 seconds left here in the third period.
All right, Clarion-Goldfield-Dows continues a strong performance here to start this third place duel, leading now 23-3 over Independence as we move up to 144. Reed Campbell will take on Carver Weiland of the Mustangs.
Campbell and Weiland.
Weiland is ranked number 7 in Class 2A at 144.
Matchup's getting underway here. Boys are going to lock up. Got some hand fighting. Looking for some head position. Weiland taking a shot on Campbell. Looking for that double leg. Driving Campbell back. Campbell keeping his balance. Nice job sprawling back and bringing him down. Now if he can get around to the backside, he could get a score. But Weiland is really good at keeping him in front of him now. Still scoreless. Minute 20. Campbell's got that front headlock in on Weiland right now. He's going to let that go. And they're going to walk back kind of center of the mat here. We're down to a minute. Weiland trying to take a shot in on Campbell. Campbell getting that front headlock again. Oh, and then he's going to try and take him over as they're going to go out of bounds. No score. And we're going to go back to the center of the mat here. 50 seconds here in the first period. .40 seconds. Boys are just kind of locked up here, looking for some head position. Campbell looks like he's got a front headlock on Weiland there, and we're going to let that go. Down to 20, still scoreless in the first period. Again, this is Reed Campbell and Carver Weiland. Reed Campbell of CGD. Weiland going to get a single leg, 10 seconds. Weiland taking him down to the mat as Campbell trying to hold on with that whizzer. And he does hold on to the end of the period.
That took some strength to hold that off.
Took a little bit of strength. He had a nice whizzer in there and a nice little, trying to get a whizzer in a crossface look like just to stay out of, getting taken down.
Yeah. So to the second period we go. There was a stall warning on Campbell, by the way, near the end of the first period.
Weiland is on the bottom. Carver Weiland on the bottom, Reed Campbell on top. Weiland looking to stand up and out of this, and he does. So the first point goes to Weiland. Weiland taking a shot in on Campbell. Takedown for 3. 4-0 in favor of Weiland. Campbell standing up, cutting away. 4-1. Boys are locking up again. Down to 1:10. Second period. 144-pound matchup. And they've moved to where we can't really see a whole lot of action going on. Looks like Weiland trying to take a shot. And they're going to go out of bounds. Nothing awarded. That's a high-scoring match happening over there.
24-17. Holy cow, now 26-17. Jeez.
We're at 45 seconds here in the second period. Weiland taking a shot. Campbell trying to hold on with that front headlock. And he's going to try and post up. Looks like he might try. Looks like he's trying to go for a cradle. He's just extended out way too far. They're close to the edge of the mat there. Trying to throw him. Get a little arm drag through there to try and get his points. He's not going to get it. They're going to the center of the mat here. Neutral position. 10 seconds remain.
So you got a 29-18 score in the third period. And on the 3A championship right now, they have a 1-1 score in the third period. So
that's crazy.
29-18. That is absurd. That is some active wrestling right there. Like, imagine scoring 18 points and losing. I mean, seriously. And it looks like we might have possibly a pin now. And
I think it was from the kid that was behind. It was. It wasn't even the kid that had 29. It was the kid that had 20.
No, it was the kid who had 20 because it was green, I think.
Yeah, the kid that had 20. He was behind.
Wow.
Holy cow. That's wild. Yeah, EBF. Taking a look back over, not a whole lot of action happening between Campbell and Weiland. Oh, now there is. Now we got a cradle from Weiland. 1:10 still in the third period. Campbell's in trouble. We're going to get awarded 4, so it should be 8-1. Campbell trying to build his base back up. Campbell started on the bottom here in the third period. Looking for that quick escape or a reversal. Not going to happen. Not going to get it right now. He's down to 45 seconds. He trails 8-1. Carver Weiland from Independence is in the lead. Campbell trying to stand again. Down to 26 seconds. Campbell working on building that base up. Weiland holding him down flat. Weiland gonna let him up. Weiland trying to take a shot again. Campbell with that front headlock. Clock ticking down here. 5 seconds. And there we go. Is going to finish 8-2 in favor of Weiland from Independence over CGD's Reed Campbell.
All right, so it'll be a decision there, moving the dual score to 23-6, still in favor of the Cowboys. That'll move us up to 150. Dawson Byer, the projected wrestler here at this weight class for Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. Coming out to take on Cameron Kramer of Independence. And a ranked matchup here between Byer, who's ranked number 9 in Class 2A 150 against Kramer, who's number 6 at this weight class. So this particular duel is offering some really nice matchups, Colt.
Very nice
with some ranked wrestlers in several weight classes here so far.
Absolutely. We're getting this matchup underway here as the boys lock up. Trying to get a little duck under action. And we do get 3 to Kramer as he gets a little duck under. Is it Kramer? Kramer.
Yeah.
Kramer. Kramer from Independence gets a duck under there. Little slide by. Gets us 3. Bayer's going to go back to the center of the mat. On the bottom. Bayer tries to stand up. Kramer brings him back down, trips him back down. Both boys are sitting in a sitting position right now. Bayer trying to work his way into a better position. They're going to go out. Bayer will be back in the center of the mat on the bottom. Kramer covering. Here we go. Minute 10 remains. 150-pound matchup. First period. Bayer trying to stand up. Not going to be able to. Kramer not quite sure what he was going for there.
I thought he was trying to go in for the cradle, but
I thought he was cradle, but it
apparently it did not happen.
Now he's going to throw in a half, though. Kramer throws in a half over on Bayer. Bayer doing a good job getting his head up, bringing his arm down to get out of that. Now we're looking for a power half from Kramer. Nope. Bayer's not having that. Not letting him have that. Down to 20 seconds here in the first period. Bayer working to build up again. 10 seconds. Three, two, one. We're going to end the first period 3-0 in favor of Kramer.
All right, so Dawson Byers got some work to do here for CGD. A 3-0 deficit. And it's going to be
Bayer, I think, going down.
Kramer chose bottom, actually. So.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Kramer rolling through. And he's got his reversal. He's got his 2. It's now 5-0 in favor of Kramer. Kramer looking for an arm bar to drive Bayer over. Bayer trying to build that base back up. Kramer snatching him back down. Bayer working on building that base back up. Kramer trying to hook a leg, keep him down. He's behind him, looking for a half, trying to tilt him over. He's got the half in. If he can bring that wrist in and drive him over, Bayer's going to be in trouble. We're down to 55 seconds. Bayer is strong. He keeps fighting out of these. You know, he gets put into some bad positions here, but he's very strong trying to fight out of some of this stuff. Oh, Bayer just did a backwards roll into a reversal here. So now it's down to 30 seconds. It's 5-2. Bayer with a nice back roll into a reversal there. Kramer gets up. 6-2. Bayer, fireman's carry over. He needs to get his head up and out. There he goes. Now he's got his 3. So it's now 5-6, or 6-5 in favor of Kramer.
5 seconds left in the period, and we will head to the third, it looks like.
Way to bring it back, though.
Yeah.
Bear doing a nice job bringing it back.
All right, to the third period we go here in this 150-pound match.
Bear chooses neutral position, so we're going to start the third here. Neutral. He knows he needs a takedown. Goes in for a shot. Gets a double leg. Kramer holding on tight to that waist. Bear trying to work his leg around to hook that leg, and we're going to call it stalemate here.
All right. Southeast Polk leads Indianola 39-6 in the 3A championship.
We got blood
41
time.
to 3 or 31 to 4 lead for Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont over Decorah in the 2A championship, and in the 1A championship, it's Don Bosco leading Jessup 24 to 14. In the third place matches, Hinton leads Lake Mills 24 to 11, and in 3A, Dowell and Catholic leads Joaquin Northwest 23 to 13.
All right, blood time's over, so we're going to get back at this here. Third period, a minute 35, 6-5. Kramer leads over Bayer. Bayer from CGD. There he goes in, nice single leg high crotch. They're on the edge. He's trying to bring that leg in on that single leg. Bayer reaching around, grabbing an ankle. They are on the edge, so if he goes out, if he goes the wrong way, we're going to get called potentially dangerous. We're going back to the center of the mat here, a minute 11. Now Kramer going in on a shot. Bayer holding off, front headlock. Looked like he was almost going to go for a cradle there, standing cradle. Bayer going to go with a duck under to come out the back door here, trying to get around. Kramer's really good at getting around and getting that ankle, and just he does a lot of rolls here. He's got a hold of that ankle. No advantage yet as the boys continue to literally tumble over each other here.
Yeah.
Still no advantage. We're down to 33 seconds.
That's not really a technical term, but it's about the only way to describe it, probably.
If there is a technical term, I don't know it.
Yeah. So 9-5 in favor of Kramer, down to 20 seconds left.
Kramer is able to get control here finally. 10 seconds. Bayer was trying to hold on, and he's giving up here with 6. Nope. I don't know. They're calling it stalemate? I thought he was just giving it up like, okay, I'm done. 3, 2, 1. And Kramer is going to take this one 9-5.
All right, so he gets the decision there, and it's now 23-9 in favor of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows as we move on to 157. Colin Sesker of the Cowboys taking on Austin Buckman of the Mustangs. This is an unranked, or no, Sesker is ranked number 6, and Buckman is unranked.
Here we go. Sesker coming right in, getting an underhook there, trying to get him turned over. Single leg. Buckman trying to jump out of that. Sesker holds onto the ankle tight, gets a 3. Buckman flipping. Good Lord. There's no way to call that play-by-play there. Sesker, I'm just going to say Sesker was lucky to hold on there as Buckman tried to flip him over and then front roll and try and get some kind of reversal. Didn't happen.
With an ear fall here.
Sesker was able to hold on as they go out of bounds there with a near fall. So he leads 5-0. And we got blood time.
Of course. So a 5-0 lead here for Sesker. A takedown and just 2 near fall. And the blood time is for CGD, it looks like here, getting them worked on. So But yeah, Clarion-Goldfield-Dows placed third last year, trying to place third once again here this year. Opened the day with a win over Algona in the quarterfinal, and then in the semifinal fell to Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont, which is currently leading Decorah 31-9 in the 2A championship match.
Taking a look,
blood time is done here.
Southeast Polk leads 42-6. If you want to keep track of Coach Patrick Hansen there.
Minute 21 left in the first period. Sesker leads it 6-0 now. They switched it to 3 near fall rather than 2.
Yeah,
now
so
they got to wipe the blood off the mats, make sure it's all sanitized and good to go. And this will be it for the dual season after tonight. Hard to believe things are kind of winding down, but in a way just heating up.
As we get ready for Boys State.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to get back underway here. Sesker is on top. Buckman on the bottom. Sure. Thank you very much.
Whoa. What was that?
What's that? Tub of popcorn. She was nice.
Oh.
She was a nice one over here.
Okay.
When I went and got some concessions earlier, and
Nice.
she asked if I wanted popcorn. Otherwise,
right.
I'll take it. We're down to 45 seconds here. 157-pound matchup. 6-1 as Buckman was able to get his escape. Sesker gets 3. And he's going for a tilt. Hold on with that low arm bar, trying to get that tilt. Buckman able to roll through, but it's 9-1, 20 seconds here in the first period. Down to 10 seconds, still 9-1. Sesker on top. 3, 2, 1. We're going to end the first period 9-1. Choice goes to Sesker. He's going to take neutral position. Sesker going in on a shot, single leg. Buckman trying to kick out of that. Is it Buckman? Yeah, Buckman, sorry. And he does get the takedown, so it's 12-1. Buckman tried to kick out. Sesker did a nice job of holding on to that ankle tight, bringing it back in, getting control. Down to a minute 25. Sesker's still on top here as we're going to go blood time again.
Again. All right. All right, well, that gives us a quick moment to do a quick timeout here at the third place duel inside Extreme Arena. Oh, never mind. I guess we're not doing it right now. We lost internet, so we'll do it later, I guess.
That's par for the course.
That happens.
Well, while they're at blood time
is done, yeah.
While they're there, taking a look over, it's still 42-6 for the Rams. Keeping track of Coach Hansen there. All right, looks like we wrapped up the blood time. Cleaning up the mat. We're going to get back at the action here. It's like that, it's Predator. I think Jesse Ventura's character, I ain't got time to bleed.
I gotcha. All right, so back to action here. A minute 22 left in the second period.
All right, Buckman
Sesker
on the bottom.
12-1.
Buckman on bottom, Sesker on top. Sesker driving forward. Buckman trying to get out of that. Sesker working on a tilt. We're getting near fall. Sesker's doing a nice job. Oh, nice little tilt on him. And a pinfall for Sesker.
Nice. So CGD increases its lead to 29-9 over Independence. Moving on to 165.
Oh, looks like you're gonna have to clean up a little blood again.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
looks like the
5
Rams
matches to go.
Rams moved up 48-6.
So they are just about to win a title here in Class 3A.
I'm just gonna say it now. Congratulations,
Yes, sir.
Coach Patrick Hansen. I'm happy for him.
Oh yeah.
He's down there raising his hands. Oh, I love Patrick.
Oh, there he is. The I Believe chant comes out.
Yep. Congratulations, Coach Patrick. That's awesome.
It'll be Rylan Morgan of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows taking on Christopher Meyer of Independence.
All right.
Ranked matchup here. Meyer ranked number 12 in Class 2A at 165. Morgan is 11th in the same weight class.
All right, Meyer and
So
Morgan.
yet another one of those. It could go either way.
All right. Getting this started off here. A little hand fighting going on. Boys looking for a position. Pretty evenly matched so far. As Meyer taking a shot, looking for that single leg on Morgan. Still nothing, no control yet. Morgan holding on with a whizzer. He's let it go. Still no control yet. Morgan trying to roll through, grabbing an ankle. Still no control. No points have been awarded. We're down to 1:10. It's a good battle here between Meyer and Morgan. Morgan is from CGD. Still nothing awarded yet. Morgan holding on. Very nice job by Morgan trying to hold on here and not get taken down. Meyer almost looks like he's looking for a cradle as Morgan's holding on to that ankle. Meyer trying to bring it around. Morgan is just doing a nice job defensively. 35 seconds remain here. We're going to call stalemate, I think. Nope. They're going to give the takedown to Meyer.
And Meyer was the only player. So he is the quarterback for Independence, and he was the only player in the state of Iowa in the 2025 season that both passed and rushed for more than 1,000 yards. So
he rushed?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
running
crazy.
QB. So
we're going to end the first period here 3-1 as Meyer basically let Morgan up. Meyer's going to defer Morgan's choice. He's going to choose down. And here we go, second period. Meyer looking for a far knee, far ankle for a second there. Not going to get it. Now he's trying to break Morgan down here. Morgan standing up and cutting away. There we go. It's now 3-2. Boys in the neutral position here.
So Southeast Polk has clinched the title at 3A. Still a little bit of a battle in 1A. Don Bosco leads Jessup 24-18. They're at 165 right now. So still a lot to be decided in that one.
Meyer gets a takedown on Morgan. It's now 6-2 as he's trying to roll Morgan over and get a tilt. Looks like he's got nice tight waist and he's got a hold of that wrist on Morgan. Morgan working on trying to post up here. Again, 6-2 in favor of Meyer. And we're going to cut away, so 6-3. Morgan is out. 35 seconds here in the second period. Boys doing a little circling here. Meyer with a shot in on Morgan. Looking for a single leg takedown. Morgan getting that whizzer in, trying to spin around, looking to get a reverse. Not going to get that. And here we go with the tumbling again. Both got a hold of each other's legs. No advantage given yet.
And the
down to nothing.
Expire here.
Or down to 0, sorry. All right, going to go into the third period.
Meyer leads 6-3.
Meyer leads in Meyer's decision, and he chooses down. So Morgan's going to be on top here. All right, here we go. Third period, 165-pound matchup. Morgan on top, Meyer on the bottom. Meyer, not really much happening. Meyer trying to build a base up here, and we're going to get called potentially dangerous.
The 2A championship is getting a little tighter. Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont leads Decorah 34-21. They're up to 190. So that one still is not quite over yet.
We've got 1:25. And back into action here as Morgan on top trying to work in a half. I can only see their backs from here, so I'm not entirely sure what exactly he's going for as we tick down. We got a minute left here in the third period. Oh, he's just going to let him up here. So we got the escape, so it's now 7-3. Morgan going for a shot. Meyer not having it. They're going to go out of bounds. Neutral position. And Meyer taking a shot, going for a double leg. 40 seconds here. He's got Morgan up in a waterfall. 30 seconds. Stalemate.
All right, so they'll reset here. 27 seconds left here in the third period. Meyer of Independence leads Morgan of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows 7-3. And a matchup between two ranked wrestlers here in Class 2A at 165. 4 more matches after this.
And it looks like Meyer's going to take this one 7-3 here as we tick down to 0.
All right, so CGD has its lead cut to 29-12. Moving up to 175 next. Cowboys are a couple matches away from putting away this duel. But Independence is still alive, especially if they get some pins here. It'll be Easton Byer of CGD taking on Cale Troutman of Independence. And Byer, let's see, is ranked number 7 in 2A at 175.
Byer and who's from Independence?
Cale Troutman.
Troutman. All right, we're going to get this underway here. Southeast Valley increased their lead 54-11, by the way. Boys are locked up.
You mean?
Yes, sorry. My eyes dart back and forth and my mouth talks before thinking sometimes, so.
We've all been there, haven't we?
Byer and Troutman here. Boys keep locking up. Nobody's got an advantage here.
2 matches to go in the 2A championship duel. And Eddyville-Bleaksburg-Fremont leads Decorah 34-27. So that one's coming down to the wire.
Troutman trying to take a shot there on Byer. Byer did a nice job blocking that. Now he's going to go. Does not have control. He gets his 3 as they go out of bounds. Nice job staying in just long enough to get those 3 from Byer.
A Rocket win of any kind would clinch them the 2A championship against top-seeded Decorah.
45 seconds here in the first period. Byer leads 3-0. Byer is on top. Troutman on the bottom here. Byer's got a little nice crossface in. I don't know what he's planning to do with it there, but abandoning that, getting nice tight waist, trying to keep Troutman down. Working him back down. Flattening him out here. 15 seconds here in the first period. Byer leads 3-0. Down to 5. All right, we're going to finish up the first period here. 3-0 in favor of Byer from CGD.
Cowboys will next compete at the 2A state qualifying meet at Webster City a week from today. Those will all start at 10 o'clock a.m. Independence will host one that'll locally include APGC and Amity-Montcal.
Byer starting off the second period here on the bottom. Byer trying to stand up, and he gets the escape. Now 4-0. Troutman in on his, trying to get a single leg there. Byer working his way around. And now Byer gets the takedown. He now leads 7-0. Minute 30 here in the second period.
And in the 1A championship, we just had, it's getting close over there. It's Don Bosco, 33, Jessup 30, as they move up to 285. So that's coming down to the final match to decide the 1A ship.
Byer's still on top. A minute remains here in the second period. He's trying to work Troutman over. Not getting it yet. Troutman doing a good job defending. Troutman standing up, trying to sit out, and we're going to get a locked hands call there on Byer. So 1 point's going to get awarded to Troutman. He's on the bottom still. All right, 47 seconds remain here, second period. 7-1 in favor of Byer. Byer's on top, Troutman on the bottom, and here we go. Byer throwing him down to the side there, flattening him out. Down to 30 seconds here. Byer still on top, trying to work that arm over so he can get him tilted up. Troutman trying to sit up and out. Got a little combo, a little chain wrestling going on. Troutman trying to go for a switch there, not going to get it. Down to 5 seconds. We're going to end the second period 7-1 in favor of Easton Bear from CGD. Going into the third, and a neutral position to start things off. It's a 175-pound matchup between Easton Bear from CGD and Carl Troutman from Independence as we get the third period underway here.
Meanwhile, 0-0 in the 285 matchup in the 1A championship duel, with Don Bosco leading Jessup 33-30.
And Byer with a nice single leg takedown. 10-1, 140 in the third period. Troutman trying to stand up. Beyer bringing them back down as they go out of bounds. Minute 22, 10-1 in favor of Beyer from CGD. And here we go, getting restarted. Troutman trying to sit out. Beyer bringing him back down to the mat here. Troutman still trying to stand up, trying to go for a switch there. Not going to happen. Looks like they're going to go out of bounds. On the other side this time, 58 seconds remain in the 175-pound matchup. 10-1 in favor of Beyer. Third period, 58 seconds left.
We just had a big win here for Waukee Northwest, clinching third place in Class 3A. Now leading the duel 36-26.
We are back underway here. Beyer not giving it up to Troutman. He's saying, nope, I'm keeping you down. He's got 35 seconds left here. They might go out of bounds again. Yep, went out of bounds again. 31 seconds here. 10-1 in favor of Beyer in the 175-pound matchup. Third period.
The 1A championship coming down to the wire. It is
That's
2-1 in
crazy.
favor of Don Bosco. So it's 2-1 in favor of Jessup. So if they get a decision here, it would tie the duel at 33. And tie-breaking criteria would come into play there.
Starting to get a little bit desperate there. Troutman trying to sit out. He's scrambling. And he is going to get awarded a point. I'm assuming stall, perhaps on Beyer. 14 seconds remain here. Beyer leads 10-2. Not much is going to happen here. We got a scramble. Beyer doing a nice job following along there, but it's going to end here 10-2 in favor of Beyer from CGD.
All right, and Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. Looks like they just finished off the 2A championship. And the celebration begins on mat number 3.
That's crazy. What were they ranked for?
They were the 3 seed.
Or 3 seed?
Yeah. So. All right, so we move up to 175 here.
Southeast Polk.
We move to 190 here.
Southeast Polk 157-11. So again, congratulations, Coach Patrick Hansen. He gets that ring there. State dual championship.
CGD will have Santiago De Leon against Braylon Bieber of Independence.
De Leon and Bieber. All right, here we go.
Looks like they're heading to the. Looks like they're midway through the second period in that 1A match. Don Bosco's got a 5-2 lead in that. So win of any kind for them would win them the 1A championship.
Bieber's going to get a takedown
over there.
Bieber's going to get a takedown and roll through there on De Leon. Is it De Leon, right?
Yes.
So Bieber's got the takedown and 4, so he's going to lead 7-0 over De Leon.
7-1 here, an escape here by De Leon. Now another takedown for Independence.
Gets 3, so it's 10-1. And the officials were talking there. They went out of bounds, but 37 seconds remain.
Certainly a remarkable accomplishment for Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, pulling off this Class 2A championship.
Oh,
we just had a
De Leon got into some trouble there, and it looks like we had the pinfall. So
all right,
Bieber got the pinfall over De Leon.
Down to the final 40 seconds of the 285-pound matchup in Class 1A. Jessup trying to get a takedown. They trail 5-2. Needing at least a win, or at least a decision here. If they get a decision, it would tie it up at 33. Meanwhile, we move on to 2:15 here for Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. It's Dave and Duncalf taking on Carter Eddy. Coming down to the wire, looks like Don Bosco is going to hold on. Unless Jessup can make something happen here really quickly. Looks like they got about 12 seconds left out of bounds.
Eddy and Duncalf here, as Eddy working to try and get that takedown on Duncalf.
Out of bounds with 7 seconds left in 1A. It all comes down to this for the Jessup wrestler. He's going to have to get a pin at this point, and he's not going to get it. And Don Bosco is going to hold on to win the 1A championship.
Eddy gets a takedown on Duncalf here. They're going to go out of bounds.
So all 3 champions have been crowned here today, and 2 duels are still ongoing. Looks like Clarion-Goldfield-Dows will be the last to finish here today.
We get another takedown from Eddy
afterwards.
Another takedown from Eddy. 40 seconds here in the first period. Eddy leads 6-1. They are on the edge. And going to go out of bounds here at 28 seconds.
All right. 6-1 in favor of Eddy. And Duncalf trying to get the escape here.
He's going to get the escape.
6-2 now. Down to 10 seconds left in the first.
All right, 9-2 so far. Eddy leads over Duncalf. Choice is going to go to Duncalf. All right, Duncalf going to take bottom position here. Eddy top cover. Starting the second period here. Duncalf still working on the bottom here, down to 1:40. Duncalf standing up, and he gets his escape. 9-3.
And again, Clarion-Goldfield-Dows leads the duel 33-18.
Eddie with another takedown.
Got the duel wrapped up here, so they will place third for the second consecutive season. Certainly not what the Cowboys were looking for here this season. You know, ranked either number 1 or 2 all year long, but Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont had other plans.
Down to 55 seconds.
15-4, Eddie. And another takedown here for Independence. And a 14-point lead. 13-point lead.
18-5.
So some near fall here would do it.
He's trying to work him over. Oh, I thought he was going to try and go for a ball and chain there for a second
like
there.
It, yeah.
Oh, he's going to go for a tilt, though.
There's the near fall, and that'll end it. And
there we go.
20-5 will be the final score in a tech fall. That'll send us to the final match of the night. It'll be JT Kelso of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows coming out here at 285.
That's not JT.
It's not, okay.
I don't.
So they'll send someone else out.
Never mind. It is.
All right.
Sorry.
Cool. This will actually be his first match of the day.
These bleached heads, it throws me all off, I tell you.
So this will be his first and only match of the day. In the opener, they had someone else wrestle, and then he got a win by forfeit in the semifinal against Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont. His opponent is Gable Eddy of Independence. And this is also a ranked matchup here. Kelso is ranked number 5 in 2A at 285, and Eddie is number 12.
Oh, all right. Well, should make it pretty interesting at least.
Yeah. 33-23 is the lead in the duel for Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. And got it wrapped up. And they will place third.
Eddie running away from Kelso.
Yeah.
Eddie don't want the smoke. Eddie's scared. Kelso's got him locked up here. Eddie looks like he's just trying to fight him off a little bit. He's backing up quite a bit. Not much happening here other than the boys are locking up, kind of like a couple of big bulls.
Oh, yeah. And these are the ones where a lot of times if you see a 1-0 final score or something along those lines, it's these 285 matchups.
Kelso, the way Kelso's moving, it almost looks like he wants a cow catcher. He does. He wants a cow catcher, I think. He wants to throw this kid. There he's, oh. Eddie did a good job trying to get out of that one, but Kelso looking for that front headlock there. Down to 10 seconds here in the first period. Got that front headlock, bringing Eddie down to the mat. Ooh, Kelso taking a shot. Not going to get anything before they go out of bounds. 3 seconds remaining.
So Don Bosco, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, and Southeast Polk are the champions here this season. They're already doing some of the award ceremony while this match is still going on.
Eddie had choice. He deferred over to Kelso. Kelso taking the bottom position there. Kelso going to stand up and out with ease. I don't know if Eddie was trying or.
So 1-0 lead now for Kelso. This place is clearing out pretty fast, it appears. Maybe the traffic won't be too bad on the way out here.
I'm hoping not. I'm looking forward to a nice, just easy drive home.
Oh, yeah.
Minute 30 here, second period. Kelso leads 1-0. Kelso trying to get that front headlock in. I still think he's trying to get a cow catcher or something to toss Eddie. Trying to get an underhook there. There he goes. Eddie defended that one. We're down to 55 seconds. .45 seconds. Kelso's got an underhook. I don't know if he was trying to just bring him down to the mat, Eddie down, but did they just shut off some lights?
I think they might have, actually.
It seemed like it went a little bit dark over his spot. I don't know if they're trying to
get people out of here.
They get people out, or are they trying to highlight these boys?
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's the third place match. Let's get the spotlight on those guys, right?
Down to 10 seconds. Like I said, it's just like a couple of big bowls. Now the decision's going to go to Eddie. If he wants to try and tie it up, he's going to take bottom. We'll see what he does here. He's going to take the bottom.
All right.
So now it's a question of can Kelso, A, keep him down, B, can he get him turned? Here we go. Kelso's going to kind of bring him down there. Eddie quad potting up. Kelso readjusting, bringing him back down. Third period, minute 35, 285-pound matchup here. CGD's leads 33-23 here. Kelso's got Eddie flattened out. He's looking for a power half. Now he's going to cross face as Eddie reaches across to try and grab an arm. Kelso's working on a tilt here. Got a hold of that arm. And here we go. We're getting some we got a near fall point, maybe. Nope.
Nope, nothing.
We had one swipe. Oh, now
Here they come.
Nope.
I guess not.
We get an occasion. I don't know if he's going for half a swipe. Is that maybe he's what?
Possibly, yeah.
Down to 35 seconds. Eddie's got to do something. Got to try and make something happen. Kelso on top here. As long as he doesn't let him up, he's got this. Just like you said at the beginning, it's 1-0. That escape making all the difference here. Down to 15. Kelso still on top, still in control. Eddie can't go anywhere. We're going to call, we got a stalemate or a warning. We're going back to the center. 13 seconds here to finish off this third period.
Doesn't appear like that's going to matter one way or the other at this point.
No. Eddie
he
tried to sit out. Tried to sit out as he rolled. Kelso almost had him caught to finish it off. 3, 2, 1. Kelso's going to take it 1-0.
All right, CGD wins the duel 36-23. We'll wrap it up here in just a moment. We're back inside Extreme Arena. Clarion-Goldfield-Dows defeats Independence 36-23 to place third in Class 2A this year at the IHSAA Dual Team State Tournament. John Mowinkle, Colt Powers with you here as the Cowboys again end up taking the bronze this year for the second year in a row, getting the win over Independence after falling to Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont in the semifinal. The Rockets ended up winning it, beat Algona in the quarterfinal earlier this morning. But Colts, certainly not what Clarion-Goldfield-Dows was looking for, but they won their final dual match as a team and ended up placing as high as they could, after the result earlier this afternoon.
Absolutely, and I know things happen. You didn't get what you want, and that's not where you want to be, but they were able to come back and finish it strong, and that's honestly sometimes that's what it's all about. They were able to get their heads right and get back and finish strong in it. So
all right, that'll just about do it for today. Again, CGD goes 2-1 and places third in Class 2A here this season. We'll get some interviews posted up to Radio On The Go's YouTube channel later on tonight, so be sure to check those out. This has been coverage of the IHSAA Dual Team State Tournament from Extreme Arena. For Colt Powers, I'm John Mowinkle. Good night from Radio On The Go Sports.